If you're looking for a beginner-friendly Christmas craft you can do with your kids, this reel is for you. This year, I've challenged myself to show my daughter that so many of the beautiful festive decorations in the shops can actually be made at home. So today we're starting with a heart Christmas ornament. For this one, I'm using cotton fabric, beads, sewing needle. I'm using glass beads. For younger children, you can use bigger beads and a larger, safer needle, a white crayon, paper and pencil to make a stencil, thread, and filling. Fold the paper in half to make the design symmetrical. Draw your heart and cut it out. You can outline using the heart shape itself or use the heart-shaped hole, which I find easier. Once you transfer the outline onto your fabric, add another 4 or 5 millimeters around it. This line won't be visible later, but it gives you that clean, seamless edge. Now, cut out your heart. For this project, you need 2 of these, so you end up with 2 matching pieces you'll stitch together and fill. Lay your pieces out. One side will be the outside, where you're going to mark where the beads go, and the other the inside. Next, we decorate with the beads. Since my fabric is green and I don't have matching threads, I'm using red, hoping it will be less visible on the seams. To attach the beads, I'm tying a knot, making sure it stays on the inside. Popping the needle through, a bead goes on, passing the needle back almost through the same hole, and moving to the next dot. Once I finish the first piece, I knot it off and repeat the whole thing on the second. When both pieces are decorated, it's time to stitch them together. To keep the seam hidden, we stitch inside out, so make sure your decorated sides are facing each other on the inside. For the stitch, we're using a back stitch, a simple running stitch forward. Then you go back to fill the gaps so the seam is completely closed. Make sure to leave a hole big enough to turn it inside out. If you accidentally stitch too far, like I did here, don't worry, just cut the seam open slightly. Go back a few steps and secure it with a double or triple knot. I like leaving the opening at the top because that's where the ribbon will go. Once your seam is done, turn the whole thing inside out. Now, fill it until it's nice and puffy, making sure the filling reaches every edge. If this design had embroidery instead of glass beads, you could iron it at this stage for a sharper edge. But since we're using beads, I'm just shaping it with my hands and spreading the filling evenly. When you're happy with the volume, pick your ribbon, slot it right at the top, and start closing up that gap, attaching the ribbon into the seam as you stitch. If your thread matches your fabric, you can finish right here. But because mine contrasts, I'm taking it a step further and concealing the edge by adding a bead outline around the heart, 4 beads at a time. And here we go. Let me know what you think and what you end up creating. These ornaments make such a lovely present, and when you make them with your kids, they become memories in themselves.